It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They begin with a quick throw out left, and he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. All going deep here for Taylor. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Jonathan Taylor, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Jaguars 7, Bengals 0. Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okuegbunam was the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the gun, it's Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off, and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Sliding out of the pocket. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. His throw caught for the 6. And we'll get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
Jacksonville.
Colin Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now an option play, and he'll keep it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
And inches at the Jaguars' 18-yard line.
They didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know what the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Second down now. It's Rowe. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He's brought down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's caught right at the 10-yard line. And the Bengals are going to have first and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive, because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down.
Fourth down.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass, a run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Jaguars 14, Bengals 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete to Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Third down and the 11.
Mahomes going to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. And again, it's Mahomes. On the left side, it's complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Give him 30 yards there.
First down, Jaguars.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. He can only get a yard after all that. It's second down. Now it's Mahomes again. Flush to his right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Steps away to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now Taylor. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Up third and inches.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Taylor. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bengals' 35-yard line.
on 2nd and 12. Mahomes, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Pressure on a Jaguar sack. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack
by Chris Jones.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
The Bengals with work to do in this third quarter, but they'll get the football first as we are back underway. Now it's Patterson. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll run on 1st down. Throw. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it before the 1st down.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the 46-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 36.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
21 after a pickup of 4.
39.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up third.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Tackled at the 20.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mahomes to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. They'll get that one to Taylor complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st down, Jacksonville.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Quarterback sack.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Complete.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, they wound up losing yardage.
And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st. He rifles Pulls one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Brandon McManus lining up for the extra point.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last pick six may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter. They need points quickly. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
31-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And he is all the way up past the 25.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Space to maneuver at the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So this will be